Right guys, Jason Greystone here. We've just had a great trading day. We've managed to generate over 161 pips out of the market today, and I want to go inside and share with you exactly what we were looking at, go through that IPDE process, that identify, predict, decide, execute process, and show you what we was looking at, how we identified the trades, how we got involved in the trades, how we managed the trades. And really, that's the great thing about the London Live Room. You get to come in and it's complete transparency. You just, when I was learning to trade and I was struggling and I was wasting money on lots of online courses and trying to search YouTube, all I wanted to do was look over the shoulder of a professional trader and see what they were doing. And that was never available. And the great thing about the Live Room is you come in and watch. You know, there's nothing to hide. It's complete transparency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to show you exactly what we were looking at, how I approach the markets, and you guys get to see the transparency of that and what real trading is about, because really it just stems from having the discipline to come in and trade your plan consistently. So let's go and have a look at the charts and I'll show you exactly what we was looking at. So we're looking at the Aussie CAD. We're going to go out to the daily. We're looking at the Aussie CAD, okay? And although we're in this consolidation level here, if we drop down to our trading time frame, you're going to see that we've started to push down, okay? We've started to push down, putting in lower lows, and we're violating previous structure. And this really, I'm just going to jump straight down into my trading time frame. You're going to see, if you came in on Friday, we did some great identification of market movement, and you're going to see that what we had here was a break and close below, violating previous structure, followed by a pullback, followed by a break and close below, and this break and close below violated this previous structure level, and then we got a pullback. So at this point here, I'm looking to sell. All right, this point here, I'm looking to sell. Now, if we're looking to sell, then we're looking for this pullback. We got the pullback. I was looking for RSI to go overbought and then a lower low, lower close candle. Now, first of all, I need a minimum 1-to-1 risk reward. So I'm looking at where at the kill zone. I went through this in the war room yesterday. I'm looking at the kill zone and I'm identifying where my stop loss needs to go. And at the moment, there's about 15 pip ATR. So we're going to go 40. We're going to go at 55. Plus front running 2 pips. We're going to go around this level here for stop loss, and we're going to get a minimum 1-to-1 risk reward, so we know that we can enter around this level here. Okay, so we can narrow down our kill zone so that we know we now need price action to push into this kill zone in order for us to get a minimum 1-to-1, because that's I want a minimum 1-to-1. Never want less than a 1-to-1 risk reward, other than on a CYPHER pattern, okay? And then we can start to look for our entry reasons. Now, the entry reasons for me will be price action pushing into this zone and then getting that lower low, lower close candle. So we haven't done that yet, but if you're looking at this level, and you're a CTS trader, or you're looking for a bit more confirmation, this is where you can start bringing on your tools and your filters to narrow down confirmation in this zone. So first of all, harmonic move or equal measured move. We've got an equal measured move lining up in this zone. Okay, we can also bring on our fib extension and use it as an inversion, right? And we've got a fib inversion trade setting up at that level. Those of you familiar with a fib inversion, if not, I did a video on this trade, and you'd be entering at that 618 extension or inversion, looking to short this market. Okay. Also, if you want a bit more confirmation with the fibs, you can bring on a fib extension, and look at that, 1414 lining up perfectly with that 1618. That's, I don't know if you guys know, but that's exactly how I tested the fib inversion trade 1414 extension, 1618 inversion, doji candle, remember? When we was doing that on the pound yen. So we've got some fib confluence there. Alright, and if we bring on a fib retracement tool, we're going to get an 886 at that level as well. Yep, 886 as well. Okay, so we've got a nice little fib cluster up at that zone. Okay, so you can see now that you're narrowing down this zone. So we've got a fib inversion trade. We've got an equal measured move. We've got some fib cluster up there. We've got nice fib confluence up in that zone. If we don't get the lower low, lower close candle, this would be an area that you could look to enter a bit more aggressively. Now, failing that, anyone else know what I'm going to say next? X to A to B, B to C, CD completion. We've also got a Gartley at that level as well. So, that means that my kill zone is no longer this. It's actually this, right? Because I know that I'm going to be entering aggressively at this level here. And the beauty of this is being able to read price action and knowing how to identify the trend in the market is going to allow me to capitalize on this pattern trade. Because if I enter this aggressively, I'm still taking targets at a retest to these lows. Make sense? Now target 2s, where are target 2s? Look at this. I'll be trailing target 2s right down to this DSR level down here. So that gives me a nice home run trade that's going to propel my account forward, if we can hit it. How are you trailing stops? Good question. Each time that we put in a new structure low, so we'll put in a new structure low here, we'll get a pullback. I won't be able to trail stops at this point. Soon as we break and close below this low, I'll have an ATR based stop from here to here. And the same thing. We could get a pullback soon as we break and close below, and we have to break and close below this level before I trail. Then we roll the stops to here. So, good trade. It's all about sitting on our hands, and we've done a lot of that over the last couple of weeks, to be honest. We've had a few trades. It's not been great, to be honest, guys. Not been great. But this is what it's about. This is what it's about. It's having the edge on the market and being able to consistently come in and do it. That's where people struggle. They either feel like they should be doing something else, or they feel like, you know, there must be something better, and there really isn't. There really isn't. Less is more. All about waiting for these opportunities. Over the last couple of weeks, myself and Akil, I mean, last week in particular, I wouldn't have even been in the markets last week. I would have, if it wasn't for education and the live rooms and the syndicate, I would have just gone away for a week. Right? I would have just done something else. But you know, we're not going to force trades just to show you guys to be in a trade. This is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting patiently. I know that if this plays out, I've got a very high probability of being right, and I'm going to win much more when I'm right than I lose when I'm wrong. So we will wait and see how this plays out. All right, so just to clarify, my target ones will be down here at a retest of the lows down at 53. Okay, and target 2s I'll trail right down to here. Now, if you're taking the fib inversion trade, then your targets are probably going to be at the 618, so around this level here. It's a pretty similar setup on the Aussie dollar. You can see we're pushing down, right? Bearish, bearish, bearish. So as we go down to the trading time frame, bearish, bearish, bearish. We're putting in new lows, new lows, new lows, new lows, right? So as we pull back, we want to identify our previous structure levels, previous structure, support, resistance, initial kill zone. This is the first level I can look at for a short. Okay, we're actually testing that level right now. Potential back pattern completion here on the 60. X at 73.98. Entries will be at 73.90. Conventional targets, because we've consolidated down here, already tested the lows. So consolidation means patterns. I'll be taking conventional pattern targets. Target 1 at 73.67. I'll be taking off half of my position. Target 2's down here at 73.52. And my stop loss will be a 113 inversion above A to X. Okay, so 74.07. Lower low. Lower low. Lower low. Outside return. Price action went overbought at this point. We actually got a lower low, lower close candle right here. Stops would have to go above this high. Let me just measure this out actually, guys. We may get an opportunity to enter this. 6 pips above the high, so we're talking 0906. That's going to be up at 12. Front run by 1 pip. I want a minimum 1-to-1. I'm shooting for a retest of the lows. We're going to go down to... Yep. Do you know what, guys? I'm going to short this. Yep. It's a late entry to a day trade. I'm going to be a bit more aggressive on the day trade. I'm going to take a short here. I'm shorting at market. 0892 I got short at. Just bear with me while I get my my orders on, guys, okay? My stop loss is going up here, 0913. And my target's going down at 0866. Let me just bear with me while I go and get my orders on, guys.
A few moments later.
So this is my stop loss. We're going to take a break in just a sec, guys. I can just make sure I've got everything on my orders. Target. And what it actually looks like. That was my worst case scenario. Okay. What I've actually entered at is this level here. So my risk reward looks like this. And it's only a day trade. Okay, it's only a day trade, but as you can see, 27 pips out of a little day trade. Not too bad. We'll keep an eye on this. Well, you can see we're starting to push down, but we haven't really broken close below. If we can put in a lower low, lower close candle, that would be a good signal for some continued bearish movement, but we'll just have to wait and see. Just been filled this CYPHER pattern at 69.29. Front running my orders by a couple of pips. You can see targets are now put in. I've got my targets at the 382 and the target 2 at 618. So I'll be taking half my position off here. It's funny how it can just turn into a bit more of a busy session. Alright, so we've got our Aussie CAD trade setting up. We're short euro dollar. I'm now short New Zealand dollar as well. So hopefully we can get some profits. Alright, so yeah, we're in a couple of trades now. In a couple of trades, my orders are on. Come on, euro dollar. If we can push down.
A few inches later.
And just so you can see that we just took a little day trade here on the euro dollar. We had targets down at 0866. If you front run your orders, you'll have them just a little bit higher. So 1 in 1 out trade, 27 pips off of this day trade, pretty decent. Let's get on to the next one. Well, just an update on this Aussie CAD trade then. We ended up getting involved, as you know. Those of you who are looking for the fib inversion trade, you would have hit target 1s by now because you would have been looking for that fib 618 retracement. So you can see we've hit that. So any of you guys looking for that fib inversion style of conventional targets, well done. I'm personally looking for a retest of these lows for my target. So as soon as we get filled down at 53, I can roll my stops to break even, and then I'll be looking to trail my stops for the rest of my position, as I explained, down to these lows. So I'll keep you updated, guys, and see if we can get some profits. And the only other trade is this New Zealand dollar trade that I've got on target. It's not going to be a very profitable trade anymore. We haven't been stopped out yet, okay, but we've had to adjust targets with a fib retracement. We've we've brought in our fib retracement, we've adjusted targets, and now target ones are looking like 69.23. Target ones are looking at no more than 8 pips of profit. And target 2s will still be down at that 618, so we'll keep you updated on this as well. Just to update you on the Aussie dollar trade we took in the live room this morning. Got short at 73.90, back pattern completion. We've just hit target 1, so I'm just going to trail my stops. I've just trailed my stops to break even here, and the way I do that is I just to give you a visual representation on this chart, I trail my stops, I front run the orders as well. So 2 pips below my entry, I'll front run my orders to that level. So my let me just check my order chart. Yep, my stop loss order is now at 73.89. Okay, so risk-free trade. Hopefully we can hit target 2s, and yeah, update you on this one as well. Alright, so just to update you on this Aussie CAD trade here, you can see we've just filled my order down at 53. I've now rolled my stops to break even. So the way I'll be managing this trade down to my target 2s is to, as soon as we get a break and close below, followed by another break and close below, I can then roll my stop loss and ATR above the previous outside return, and I'll continue to do that until I either get stopped out or hit target 2. So we'll see how it goes. Right, so just update you on these trades. The Aussie dollar actually came down, pushed down, hit target 2s. We've been taken out of this trade now. I was actively managing this as we saw this push down. So we're out of this trade now. We actually pushed down, hit target 1s for 23 pips, target 2s for another 38 pips. So we're out of this one. The New Zealand dollar trade, we actually adjusted targets, just escaped being stopped out here, but then we pushed down and got filled target 1s for about 8 pips. I think it was actually 7 pips on my account because it was front running orders, but 7 pips. But now we've rolled our stops to break even, so we're in a risk-free trade. So hopefully we may get stopped out for break even, but hopefully we can hit target 2s, but we can't lose on this trade now. Alright guys, so pretty good day in the markets. It was a bit of a slow start to the year. We had a bit of a slow start in the year, and I'm sure there's many technical Forex traders that will agree with that. And you know, you guys have seen that. You're in the room every day, you live room members. You come in and you see what it's about. You see that a good trade is defined by taking a trade that meets your rules of engagement, your trade plan rules. Not whether it wins you money or not, or loses you money, doesn't matter. It's a good trade defined by, if it met your rules, it's a good trade. Okay, if it lost money, if it won money, doesn't matter. It's a good trade regardless, as long as it met your trade plan rules. And what I want to say is if you are interested in looking over the shoulder of a professional trader every day, you can come in and see this stuff day in and day out. And I'm telling you, there's no better way to more efficient way to quickly enhance your skills than to be surrounded by that community every day. And if you want to come in, links below the video. I've had a great day, so probably going to go and buy the family a cheeseburger or something. So until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you then.